All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about a really powerful, kind of radical philosophy for consciously creating your own reality. And the secret, the key to manifesting miracles, it's all found in what you choose not to do.
I mean, listen to that. You were meant to declare and see the world bow to your declaration. That's not about pleading or begging for scraps. It's about commanding. Now, this isn't about being arrogant, not at all. It's about really understanding the incredible power of your own inner state. So, where do most of us give that power away without even realizing it?
Well, you want to know where we go wrong? It all starts with something so human, a habit most of us have: complaining. And according to this way of thinking, complaining is the very anchor that keeps us stuck in a reality we say we don't want.
So, you really gotta reframe how you see complaining. It's not just harmless venting. It's not just letting off steam. It's actually an act of creation. Every single time you complain, you're essentially performing an affirmation of defeat. You're telling the universe, yep, this problem is real, it's solid, it's powerful. And by doing that, you're literally feeding it your power. And what happens then? Well, it creates this vicious cycle, this feedback loop. See, when you complain, you're sending a direct message to your subconscious mind that the problem is real. And your subconscious, it doesn't argue, it doesn't judge, it just says, okay, and takes it as an instruction. So it gets to work building a reality that perfectly reflects that problem. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. But the good news is, it's a cycle that you and only you can break. So how do you break that loop? It's through something that sounds so simple, but is incredibly powerful: a discipline of silence. It's all wrapped up in this one phrase: never complain, never explain. This right here is the turning point. It's where you stop just reacting to your world and you start creating it. Let's break that down. The first part, never complain. This is all about starving the problem of your attention. Think about it. What you focus on grows. So this is a conscious decision to stop watering the weeds. You refuse to give your energy, your words, your focus to the things you don't want. You stop talking about them, you stop feeding them, and they start to wither away. Okay, and that second half is just as important. Never explain. This is all about building an unshakable inner authority. I mean, think about it. When you know something is true deep in your bones, you don't feel the need to run around justifying it to everyone, right? The very act of explaining often comes from a place of doubt. It's like you're looking for someone else to validate your desire because you haven't fully sold yourself on it yet. And when you put these two mindsets side by side, the difference is, well, it's night and day. On one side, you've got this constant struggle, wrestling with reality, complaining, explaining, forcing things. And on the other, you're commanding reality with silence, with certainty. It is a total shift from being a pawn in your reality to being the one who moves the pieces. And please, don't ever mistake this silence for weakness or passivity. It's the exact opposite. This strategic silence, it's pure power. It's that quiet, unshakable confidence of someone who knows exactly what they're building on the inside and could not care less about getting permission from the outside world. Okay, so that's the mindset, that's the philosophy, but what's the actual tool? How do you do this? Well, the master's technique for this whole thing is called living from the end. And I want you to really take a second with this question. Don't just think about the answer, feel the answer. If your biggest dream, your greatest desire came true right this second, how would you feel? Would it be relief, pure joy, a deep sense of peace? Whatever that feeling is, that's the key. That's the state you want to live in, starting right now. This state has a name. It's called assumption. And let's be super clear, this is not wishful thinking. It's not just hoping for the best. It's an active, conscious decision to embody the feeling of your wish being already fulfilled. It means you are mentally and emotionally occupying the reality you desire right here, right now, even before you see any proof. So how do you practice this? It's actually pretty straightforward. Step 1, get crystal clear on your desire. What do you want? Step 2, create a short little mental movie, a scene that would only happen after your desire was fulfilled. Step 3, and this is the most important part, actually feel the feelings of that reality now. And finally, step 4, this is the real work. You persist in that feeling. You walk around with that inner state of fulfillment no matter what your senses are telling you. And when you really get this down, when you master this inner discipline, something truly incredible starts to happen.
Things that other people would call miracles or crazy coincidences, they just become your new normal. They become the natural, expected outcome of you being in command of your inner world.
And here's the reason why. The outer world that you see with your eyes, it's not now. It's always a little late to the party. It's really just an echo, a reflection of your past inner state. Think of it like a mirror. If you don't like the reflection, you don't yell at the mirror or try to change the reflection, right? No, you change the thing that's being reflected. You change yourself. So the whole shift is just this. You stop fighting with the mirror. You disengage from arguing with current appearances. You pull back your most valuable resource, your attention, from the problems, and you deliberately, consciously invest it in the feeling of the solution. In that moment, you go from being a victim of your world to being the creator of it.
And this is the incredible result. Miracles stop being these one-off, surprising, random events. They become the rule. They become the predictable, lawful outcome of you consistently applying this inner principle. It's not magic, it's not luck, it's the law of your own consciousness in action.
And that brings us right back around, full circle. When you live this way, you perfectly embody that never explain part of the mantra. You don't have to convince anyone, you don't have to justify your vision, because you know what? Eventually, your results will do all the talking. Your new reality will be all the explanation anyone ever needs. So in the end, it all boils down to a single choice. The world is just a mirror. That's it. It's faithfully, perfectly reflecting back to you whatever inner state you choose to occupy. So, knowing that, the only question left to ask is, what are you going to choose to reflect?